line here, and you can see. Hey guys, how you doing? This is Rich from Rich Picks Daily. So Bitcoin has been flirting with 34,000 after going down to temporarily 28,000. So we're just going to watch it trade live and see how it goes. Let's see if we can breach 34,000. Will we be able to stay at 34,000? Let's take a look at this. I'm going to go to 1 hour candles. You can see here that it hit 28,800. And since then, we've actually had a pretty large trend reversal from 28,000 to 34,000. That's a $6,000 jump. So, you know, crypto is just next level, right? You have to understand what you're getting into when you're getting involved with crypto, because the volatility is what people love, and the volatility is what sometimes some people, if they haven't been in the markets for too long, hate, right? So if you're looking to become a profitable trader, the key is to buy low and sell high and invest in the best. And Bitcoin is the biggest and the best cryptocurrency in the world. I don't want to really hear about any other cryptocurrency, because there is no other cryptocurrency on the level of Bitcoin. All the institutional money is going into Bitcoin. Everything is flowing into Bitcoin. All the whales are investing in Bitcoin. All the institutional money is investing in Bitcoin. Secondly, in second place would be Ethereum. And those are two of my positions and two of my holdings. And I've also been investing pretty heavily in the Bitcoin ETFs, because I believe in the future of this unbelievable technology that Bitcoin has created, which is allowing people to do transactions without any banks and without any government intervention, instantly, almost with no cost. It's changing the game for money and transactions all over the world, for people all over the world. That's Bitcoin. And yes, it's very volatile. And the volatility, like I said earlier, is what people love, and the volatility is what people hate. But whenever you panic and you're worried about Bitcoin, what you got to do is you got to scale out, and you got to look at the chart, and you got to ask yourself, okay, well, where were we last year? Well, at this time last year, we were at $8,000. So if we were at $8,000 last year at this time, and we're now at 33,000, the trend is still very much up. Now, it hit this all-time high of 64,000 and it wasn't able to hold. That's not really that surprising, right? Because whenever any asset hits an all-time high, typically you're going to see a retrace from the all-time high. And one of the things that we teach at Rich Picks Daily, and if you like to learn how to trade Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies, you can join our trading club at richpicksdaily.com. Join our club. You can be a VIP member. You could just be a free member. It's really up to you. But we want you to join our club, and we want you to learn how to trade stocks and cryptocurrencies. Because I always tell everyone that cryptocurrencies are stocks on steroids, because you can buy cryptocurrencies 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. So right now the stock market's closed. You can buy cryptos. That's what makes cryptocurrencies, to me, so exciting, so exhilarating, is the fact that you can literally trade it 24 hours a day, 7 days a week from anywhere in the world. And if you own Bitcoin, you can send it to anyone who has Bitcoin in an account, a wallet, on an exchange, at a Bitcoin address. You can literally send Bitcoin to their Bitcoin address as long as they have a Bitcoin wallet on an exchange, a device like a ledger, or even a paper wallet. There's many different ways to do it. And what we do here at Rich Picks Daily is we teach you how to not only trade, but understand the markets and understand trends and understand patterns, understand momentum, and understand volatility, because this is extremely volatile, right? From 8,000 all the way up to 64,000, back down to 33,000, was just at 28,000. Now it's at 33.7. It was just at 34. So where does it go now? Nobody really truly knows. What I do know about Bitcoin is that it has an extremely tight float. There's only 18 million in circulation. And for me, that's the reason why I believe Bitcoin is the future. It is the greatest technology ever created, I would say, behind the internet. And it is growing at the pace of the internet. And the reason why I say behind the internet is because Bitcoin needs the internet. Without the internet, Bitcoin can't exist. And I would say the internet was probably the greatest invention of our lifetimes, because everything that is worth anything, any business that is successful, that is a top company nowadays, is using the internet in one capacity or another. Almost everybody. So, including Bitcoin, including all cryptocurrencies. Without the internet, cryptocurrencies don't exist. Now, in saying that, Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies have been growing for 10 years, and I believe the number is at a rate of about 200% a year. But the thing is with cryptocurrencies, it doesn't just grow like 200% every year. It grows at weird, explosive paces. So you could see here, 5 years ago, Bitcoin was at $500. 5 years ago. Today, Bitcoin's at 33,000. And even 5 years ago, when it was at $500, people thought a lot of negative things about Bitcoin. And historically, you can see it's gone from 500 in the last 5 years to a high of 64,900, almost 65,000. And we just saw it hit 28,000, which really was the lowest in quite some time, to be quite honest with you. You can see here, that's why I like to look at the charts, because they tell the story. So see here, when it hit 28,000, we've also been at that zone a few times. So it seems like that's created like a bottom. Like a bottom has been created there. Let's say right here. See this here? This is like the bottom that's been created. And you can see that that mark right there around 29, 28 is like the lowest it seems to go over the last, let's see here. The last time it was in this zone was in January. So in the last 6 months, Bitcoin is trading in the lowest zone it's been in the last 6 months. So this, in my opinion, is whales, institutions, high net worth investors, people in the know. They're buying the dip. There's no doubt about it. They're buying the dip. Now, is it possible that this goes back down to where it was, 9,000, like last September? Absolutely. Anything is possible. Nobody truly knows where Bitcoin is going to go. But historically, over time, Bitcoin is growing by an average, I heard the number, I don't know if it's correct, but let's just say 200% a year. So at some point, Bitcoin will find a floor, and let's just say it's 30,000. And at some point, Bitcoin's going to make a move. And when it does, it'll probably move a few 100% or more. And when it does, that'll be that 200% move. So if it makes a move from here, let's say 30,000, and it goes to 200% higher, it goes to 90,000. That would be where I would be thinking, okay, let me, lock in profits. Because at some point you're going to see a retrace, And typically you're going to see like a 50% retrace. So if we see it go to like 90,000 or 100,000, I wouldn't be surprised to see it drop back down to like 45, 50,000. The same way we saw it go to 64,000, and then we saw it drop back down to 28,000. And right now we're sitting at 33,861. And it was at 34,000. And as soon as we went live, it hasn't hit 34,000 since. So this is what Bitcoin does. It makes these moves. Now, if we go to the 1 minute chart, we can see very, very clearly where it's at. The 1 minute. Let me just delete that. We're going to look at that in the 1 minute. So sometimes if I'm just looking for action, I'll go into the 1 minute chart. We'll go into the 1 minute chart, and then I'm looking at like short-term action. And that'll give me like a trend. So you can see like there's a short little trend up here. It did hit 34, and then it just came down, but it's doing this little trend up. So let's just see if we can get back to that 34,000 mark. Just watching Bitcoin trading live. If anyone has any questions, please let me know. Bitcoin, in my opinion, is the single greatest invention that we have been able to enjoy. I would say since the internet. I can't think of anything else even remotely close to what Bitcoin's doing other than what the internet has done and continues to do. So in my opinion, this is the single greatest invention in quite some time. I would say at least 20 years. So the question is, where does Bitcoin go from here? I think long term, we're going to see it go much higher. Short term, anybody, that's really anybody's guess. There's a lot of volatility, and I believe that that volatility will continue. And that's what you're going to get in a new asset class that's been essentially created out of thin air. And that's the interesting thing about Bitcoin too, is nobody knows who owns Bitcoin. Nobody's claiming ownership of Bitcoin. Nobody's, saying I'm the creator of Bitcoin. So it's an extremely phenomenal technology that most people don't understand. But very, very soon, just like the whole world uses emails, very, very soon the whole world will use Bitcoin. It's really, really simple. Instead of using cash, you use Bitcoin. You want to go and purchase something, instead of using cash, you use Bitcoin. Or you use Ethereum, you use Ripple, you use cryptocurrencies to make purchases versus cash. This is the new world. It's the new digital world. It's going to give people the opportunity to make money 24 hours a day, 7 days a week from home by trading cryptocurrencies. And then people will be able to send money to everyone else all over the world who's also trading cryptocurrencies. And they'll be able to send money to those people anywhere in the world almost instantly for almost no cost, depending on the coin. It's a game changer. And I love game changing technologies. And we've since we've started here at Rich Picks Daily and originally at Rich TV Live, we've always been cutting edge. We've always been at the front of every new asset class, every new sector. First, it was cannabis, then it was cryptocurrencies, then it was plant-based foods. Now it's psychedelics. We're literally the leaders of bringing every single new sector, electric vehicles. We've been talking about Tesla. We brought you bus. We brought you tat, a nicotine-free cigarette, tobacco-free cigarette, new disruptive technologies. Bitcoin is the biggest disruptor of them all because it's disrupting the governments and it's disrupting the banking system. It is the biggest disruptor of them all. This is why everyone needs to learn about Bitcoin. You don't need to own Bitcoin, but you need to at least learn about Bitcoin. You need to understand Bitcoin. You need to understand how to use Bitcoin, how to buy Bitcoin, how to transfer Bitcoin, because it is the future of currency and digital transactions. It's the future of transactions. Oh, look at that candle. That's a nice big candle. We can literally sit here and watch Bitcoin trade 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. That is the beauty of Bitcoin. Bitcoin is a game changer. In fact, my prediction is Bitcoin is going to force all the stocks, all the publicly traded stocks, to trade 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, just so that they can compete. And people will still stay interested in stocks because cryptocurrencies are so polarizing. There's so much volatility. There's all these huge swings. There's so much money to be made up and down. And it's polarizing. People are going to be drawn to it. And people are going to say, well, why would I buy stocks if I can buy cryptocurrency and I can trade it 24 hours a day? So in my opinion, stock market is going to have to change in order to compete with cryptocurrency. Or they may be a thing of the past because the world may decide, well, why would I buy stocks when I can just buy cryptocurrency? And I believe that the way that the stocks and the stock market combats that negative is by going 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. And everything is digital, so why wouldn't they trade 24 hours a day, 7 days a week? Like, why wouldn't they? And then the other thing is, why wouldn't banks start trading cryptos? There's so much money to be made. Why would banks sit on the sidelines when they could start making some of that money? So I feel like we're going to start seeing the banks in North America and all over the world start heavily giving customers the ability to not only buy stocks, but also have the ability to buy cryptos. And I believe that's going to be a game changer. And if you have the ability to buy cryptos in your brokerage account, so you're not only buying stocks, but you can buy cryptos and you can make even more money, that means banks can make more fees. And if banks can be making fees 24 hours a day, 7 days a week with crypto trading, then banks are going to be happy and they're going to make even more money. So I think there's a place for crypto and Bitcoin, and that's why you see it trading at 33,900. I don't believe this is hype. I believe this is mass adoption. And when you look at the chart and you pull out a 1-year chart, you see the trend is up. And you pull the 5-year chart and you see the trend is up. Okay, so where's the downtrend? The downtrend in this new asset class is after every big spike. It has a downtrend, and then it has a spike, and has downtrends, huge spike, downtrend. So historically, over the last 5 years, it's gone from $500 to $64,000, right? That's a pretty unbelievable ROI. Let's see here. How much is that? What is that gain? What is that? That's like from 500 to 64,000. I mean, 10 times your money would have been 5,000, and 100 times your money would be 50,000. So in the last 5 years, you would have made over 100 times your money if you bought Bitcoin and held for 5 years, right? When it hit 64,000, that was at 50,000. Right now we're at 33,000. So we're obviously not at all-time highs. But if you had bought at 560 5 years ago and sold at 64,000, you would have made over 100 times your money. So 100 times your money is 10,000% on your money. Pretty unbelievable. 10,000% in 5 years if you bought Bitcoin 5 years ago. So historically, all it does is go up. Yeah, it has big retraces after it goes up almost every single time. So what it's doing right now is essentially what it always does. It goes up and then it retraces. And then it goes up and then it retraces. It goes up and then it retraces. And that's exactly what it's doing right now. So when I started this live stream, my goal was to see if it hits 34,000. It's in the title. And we haven't hit 34,000 yet since we've been live. We'll just stay live and see if we can hit 34,000. If not, then I guess we'll have to sign off. But I'd like to stay live and see us hit 34,000. It would be nice. But I don't control Bitcoin. Oh, 33,941. 33,950. Here we go. Let's go to the 1 minute candles. So this is the beauty of using the 1 minute candles. When you go to the 1 minute now, we see all of this price action, right? Now we see all the price action. We can see the RSI is getting very close to the sell zone, so it doesn't got too much more room maybe to go up, but I think we could see 34,000 get hit here pretty soon. And you can see that the MACD did cross above, which is very bullish. And you can see all the green buying. Here we go, 34,000, here we come. Here we go. There it is, 34,000, bam, and we're in the green. All right, guys, this is Bitcoin live trading. We've just hit 34,000 and there it goes. Huge green candle. Huge green candle. Wow. Let's see if we can hold it. There it is. There it goes. RSI is now at 67. So if you have been, learning and studying with Rich Picks Daily or Rich TV Live, you know that the RSI at 70 or higher is where we call the sell zone. So at some point, this is going to sell off, but we just hit 34,000 live. And this is very bullish for Bitcoin because we were at 28,000 in the last day. You can see here, we hit 28,000 and we've actually trended all the way up back to 34,000 since we hit 28,000. So that was essentially a buy the dip opportunity. A lot of institutions, in my opinion, bought that dip. A lot of whales, institutions, high net worth investors, day traders, speculators bought that dip. And that's why you see it's rebounded aggressively up from 28,000 to now where we're sitting just under 34,000. So there's the 28,000 that it hit. All right, guys, so that is the live Bitcoin trading. If you guys would like to learn how to trade Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies and stocks, you can go to richpicksdaily.com, join our community. It's absolutely free. If you want to be a VIP member, you get the different perks and advantages to be a part of our club. Love to have you guys join and be members. Just go to richpicksdaily.com, the #1 community in the world for stocks and cryptocurrency education. And if you're not winning, you're not watching. We bring in the winners and we bring them to you first. We've actually been talking about Bitcoin since 2017 when it was $1,000. Today, it's trading at almost $34,000. Congratulations to everyone who's taken advantage of this, what I call the greatest investment opportunity of our lifetimes. That's right. I believe that Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies is the greatest single investment opportunity of our lifetimes. It's an opportunity to invest in the future of digital transactions. Bitcoin is the mothership. We're now in the green. Oh, back in the red. It's fighting green, red, green, red, green, red. So this is pretty bullish since we hit that 28. But at the end of the day, nobody really knows where Bitcoin's going to go because it is the most volatile asset class on the planet. But in saying that, it also is the most exciting, exhilarating asset class on the planet. You can see here the 52-week low is 4,000. So we're almost up 1,000% since the 52-week low. 52-week high of 47,000. Sorry, 52-week high of 64,000. I don't know why I was saying 47,000. 64,900. So we're ways away from the 64,900, the all-time high. We're also very ways away from the all-time 52-week low of 4,000. So still holding really strong. Where do we go from here? You know what? Only time will tell, but I'll keep you guys updated. You want to join the community, join the club, and get access to these types of training ideas and trading ideas and education, literally 24 hours a day, 7 days a week for stocks and cryptocurrency. Join our club, richpicksdaily.com, and you too can learn how to be a profitable trader. If you're not winning, you're not watching. This is your boy Rich from Rich Picks Daily, and I'm out.